welcome your host, Christian Wolf. Christian Wolf. Christian. Christian, paging Christian Wolf to the stage. Your microphone is ready. Where is he? I know, but he knows the show start. Okay. All right. Let's just get him on. Let's call him. Try and call him.
Hello? Fuck. Dave? Is this the show? Fuck. I'm just running late. Can you stall them? Fuck, this door's locked. Can you get Emily to open this? Okay, go to plan B. Just play a video.
Hey, what's up? Oh, I'm just writing out a few jokes. I'm doing stand-up tonight. Well, you know the show Dope Fades, right? You know, the first comedy show in the cloud? Exactly, the one where comics perform live in-house but also via video call. Yeah, me and a bunch of other great comics are going to be performing for their second annual Dopey Awards tonight. It's going to be a good show. Who else is performing? Let's see, we've got Chase McNeill, Vaughn, Fackin, Harper, Mikah Wyman, Craig Knepley, Nick Skardarasy, Jon Zucker, Christian Wolf is hosting, and our headliner is McCarthy. Should be a great show. I'm glad you asked. It starts at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was very nice. I will break a leg. I'll break all the legs. The Walking Dead? No, I haven't watched this week's yet, but I've got it recorded, so I'm going to catch up on it tonight. Ah, spoilers!
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Welcome to Dope Fades. I am your host, Christian. I'm very late. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being with us, guys. If you don't know what this is, it is a little confusing. We're the world's first comedy show in the cloud. What that means, people are going to video call in tonight from anywhere in the world and perform comedy. You will also see comedians right here in-house. And we've been doing the show for 2.5 years. Yes. We are a living room show normally. I usually say that we are the show with no stage. But that is not true tonight. I have a very big stage. Because we are live at Behringer's Music Tribe Studios, LA in Chatsworth! We have such a lovely studio audience. We used to have a $60 Behringer soundboard, and now we have $1 million studio. So it's a bit of an upgrade. Don't worry though, if you Google Music Tribe Studios LA, you won't find anything. So we're still right under the radar like we normally do. So we'd like to thank tonight Behringer, Midas, and Turbo Sound for sponsoring the show, guys. Give it up. We're easily accessible. You can stream us anywhere. You may be watching us right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. What does not stream easily? The Winter Olympics. I had a big problem streaming those because NBC fucked it up. I really love the Winter Olympics because the athletes do impossible things. They jump in the air, spin around, and land on a razor-thin metal bar and then glide on ice. And I can't even skate. Snowboarders, they launch up in the air, defy gravity, and I can't even do the bunny hill. But the Summer Olympics, I'm just not as impressed with. Like, I can run. Swimming, I do it. I can swim. Basketball, have you seen me? I got the Summer Olympics down packed. Do you guys even know what the Olympic biathlon is? Does anybody know what the Olympic biathlon?
Yeah, what is it?
It is an event you have to do. It combines the classic frozen tundra of cross-country skiing with shooting rifles. That's a real sport. Some of you don't believe me, I can tell. I would love to have been there for the invention of it, though. You know, they have the triathlon. They're like, you know, the 3 most basic forms of human locomotion. Got that. What do we do for the biathlon? And some drunk guy in the back was like, I want to ski through a forest and shoot shit. They're like, all right, it's biathlon. I think they just need to rebrand, though, because everybody would know what it is if you just called it by its true name. Call it Snow Assassin. That's what that is. That's easily the best job descriptor ever. Like, what do you do for a living? I'm a snow assassin. ABC should really just lean into it, you know? Give the athletes ghillie suits. Have a fake evil mastermind hold people hostage. I want to see some scenarios go down. You know you'd watch that, right? You're scrolling through, you would just be like, oh, downhill slalom, curling. Snow Assassin! Teddy, get in here! We're watching fucking Snow Assassin right now. So I couldn't stream the Olympics. I went on Hulu, and I was watching Seinfeld for the 6th time. What Hulu does is they have an autoplay function where it recommends content after your show. You know what no one's ever said in the history of online streaming? Oh, great, it's playing Nashville. Yes, after my all-comedy diet, that's exactly what I wanted. You've cracked me, Hulu. I like sitcoms and sassy Southern belles. That's my jam. Fucking apps. They're ruining the simplicity in life. Don't you agree? A dead Fitbit is essentially a crappy wristband. If I work out in the forest and there's no app to track it, did I really get fucking swole? I don't think I deserve my cheat day. I have a frustrating question for you guys. How do you throw away a dumpster? Some would say by any means. Wrong. By as little means as necessary. Let's not be wasting means. So ridiculous. I read a report recently that ICE has cut their soldiers' salaries. First, I didn't know they got paid. I thought it was more of like a volunteer thing. Get in the truck, we're blowing shit up today. Get in the truck. Yeah. No, they cut their salaries. And cutbacks are hard, man. Now when you die, you get to heaven, you only get 12 virgins. And they cut dental. When will it end? Guys, I had a genius idea recently. Another show, not Dope Fades. I'm going to start a podcast. And it's called, Hey, We Should Have a Podcast. It's about that moment where everyone goes, hey, we should have a podcast. And it's going to be an investigative journalism piece on why white guys feel compelled to make podcasts. It's going to run one episode because by the end of it, we're going to realize that we're a part of the problem. And cancel ourselves. But we're not going to cancel Dope Fades, guys. This is our first show with a studio. We're going to kick off the Dopies tonight with our first award of the evening. Yes. It's an award that's near and dear to our hearts at Dope Fades. It's for Best Roast of the Show. This is for a comedian that has made fun of Dope Fades in the past year. I don't know how they could, though. We never have audio problems. There's always a huge audience. And the Skype comedians never drop out. So I don't know how they could roast us. But your next comedian and award winner for, I hope you guys know, you're suspended on cardboard, goes to Chase McNeill, everybody! Chase, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. What a night, you know, you and me. I like that they put couch at the front to be like, it was a living room. I did make fun of dope fates. Oh, look at me! Yeah, I made fun of dope fates. Last time I was in-house, there was, in fact, the audio-visual setup could be brought down with like a heavy sigh. So it's nice now that it would take like several good wiffle ball bats. Industry regular. That's nice. Hi there. So I went to public school in North Carolina. 1 star for the whole thing. They didn't do a good job. I was in 8th grade. We were studying world history, and we were studying the Roman Empire. And the teacher, she stops in the middle of her lesson, and she says, remember everybody, history teaches us the lesson that every empire will fall. The Romans, the Egyptians, the Greeks. And this other kid in class, he raises his hand, he says, what about America? And she says, except America. I don't know, I've just been thinking about emailing her lately. Just to be like, Sure about that? I've been getting into some, I spend time on the internet. I've been getting into some conspiracy theories, the parallel universe. I want to believe, a lot of people have heard this one. There's that movie, Kazam, with Shaquille O'Neal from the 90s. He played a genie, and there's a lot of people who insist that there was a movie called Shazam with Sinbad in it. He also theoretically played a genie, and people see this as like evidence. There's like a rift between and these people have now moved over, and they're on this plane. There's also some people have heard of this too, the Berenstein Bears. People think that it was spelled the Berenstein instead of Berenstain Bears. What I find really interesting about these parallel universes is that they're also boring as fuck. Like, different people get movie parts and you spell stuff weird. What a universe. Like, you transfer, like, whoa, here I am in a parallel universe. Everything looks so similar from the universe I just left. But I'm sure it's different. What maybe, do we have flying cars? Are we zero carbon? Did someone stop 9/11? Oh, Sinbad was a genie. Fuck, I'm gonna kill myself. This is terrible. Maybe it'll move me to another universe. I don't know how this works. Do you have guns in this universe? I'll go buy a gun. Oh, it's a Gorn? Okay, fine. I'll go buy a Gorn. I don't know. Politics, it's tough up there. But I think on the local level, it's also tough. I don't like the way that politicians talk about local business owners like they're this cure-all. I get it, the numbers are there, local economies are good. But the way they talk about local business owners, local business owners, they're the dreamers, they're the believers. It's like, well, I don't know. You ever worked for a local business owner? They're all crazy assholes. And I get it. That's what it takes. That's what it takes to be a local business owner. Like, oh, here's my bright idea. I'm gonna open a bagel shop. It's gonna be in rural North Carolina, and it'll be cash only. I'll run it for 40 years or until I die, whichever comes first. It takes a lot just to start that. So I get it. It's just they're nightmare people is my problem. Like if you've never worked for a local business, if you've seen the film Jurassic Park, you know what it's like. Because the villain to Jurassic Park is Dennis, the fat guy, Newman from Seinfeld. He's the villain of Jurassic Park because he steals the embryos, he turns off the fences, and everybody dies. And the reason he does that is because he's not making enough money. That's it. Like, he's not a bad person, he doesn't want anyone to get hurt, he loves a good laugh. Like, Dennis, he brings it up to his employer. He says, like, I'm not making enough, and he gets shut down. Like, I'm not getting another financial debate with you, Dennis. I really will not. Case closed. This is the guy walking around like, spares no expense. And he's landing his helicopter on people's dig sites, and he's serving up Chilean sea bass, and he owns an island full of dinosaurs. An island full of dinosaurs that like 6 people work at. I'm just saying, Dennis is like a computer guy. He could be making millions. Instead, he's going to the vending machine for lunch. Well, I don't know. Wayne Knight lost a lot of weight, and I'm proud of him. I should say that. And then, I don't know what else. I think Dennis is the original millennial, is what I'm saying. And I want to quit every job I've ever had. Okay, thank you so much. Good night.
Keep putting your hands together for Chase, everybody! Yes! Alright, guys, we're going to move right along and go to our first online comedian of the evening. He's a favorite of the show, and he's not told us where he's calling in from. I don't know why. Please give it up for Vaughn Harper, everybody!
Fuck, he's heavy. Hey, I told you to get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing dope fades tonight, okay? I don't care if it's the dopies. I got shit to do.
Could have picked a lighter.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hey, Christian. Yeah, I would really love to be on Dopies tonight. Yeah, I get it. It's an award show. But I got called into the office, okay? It's gonna be a long night, okay?
Hey, did you get the bleach?
Oh, yeah, no, I got the bleach. They had a 2-for-1.
Oh.
Could you believe it?
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
now we got
Good.
beer money.
Excellent.
Hey.
I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, we're gonna need it after this fat son of a bitch. Yeah, so, like I was saying, not gonna make it. Sorry. I know it's important. It's the 2nd annual Dopies,
Hey,
okay?
Vaughn, check it out.
My name's Johnny. I couldn't pay my rent, so now I did.
That's funny. You should do a present. Here, let me see.
Hey, I'm Jimmy. This guy just busted his pants right in front of my face. I can smell his balls.
Damn. Yeah, no, Christian. Okay, yeah. No, it's probably gonna be an all-nighter. Yeah, no. Guys, I hope you have fun, okay? I totally would have loved to get dressed up for this event. It's a once-in-a-year, a lifetime opportunity, okay? It's good stuff.
Got his arm.
Oh, get that shit out of my face. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
That was Vaughn. All right, Vaughn. We're going to move right along for another fabulous Dopey Award. And this Dopey Award will continue to honor the mediocrity in comedy with one of our audience members. This is the luckiest audience award member. So please look under your seats for the possibility of an award. Anybody have it? Oh, wait. Oh my goodness! Yes, come give a speech. You were implored to. You have 30 seconds.
I want to thank my mom for bringing me into this world. I have never been so honored in my life. This is... I actually don't think I've won anything before. This is kind of amazing that I sat in that random chair and had a piece of paper under it. So I want to thank you all for being so supportive as well. And watch the Oscars tomorrow. My speech will be shorter.
The award! For getting his award, yes, everybody! Cool. Cool. Our next comedian is right here live in this very studio. He was just at Hell Yes Fest in New Orleans this year with his show Arts and Crafts. You can guys see that live in LA at the Clubhouse on the 21st. He's also live at Gilda's Laugh Fest in Grand Rapids, Michigan, guys. Damn. Please give it up for Nick Skardarasy!
Thank you. Give it up for Christian. Woo! The whole team. Hi. How's everybody doing? Fantastic. My name is Nick Skardarasy. A little bit about me. My girlfriend accidentally called me mom the other day, and I answered without thinking twice. So I think that sort of explains who I am. 100%, I am a mom. I love chilled white wine. I watch MSNBC on the reg. I am a mom. I like online protesting. Ooh, I love online protesting. So much fun. I don't think it goes far enough when we online protest. I think that we give it too easy to some companies. Like whenever we have a problem with Uber, people are like, screw Uber, we've got Lyft. Whenever we have a problem with like Walmart, people are like, fuck Walmart, we've got Target. But whenever Amazon does something bad, everyone's like, we need all the facts before we turn on Amazon. There is no alternative to that website. These baseless accusations will not stand. You ever notice that? Any other company, if they do something wrong, people are like, we are ending our subscription right now. But whenever it's Amazon, people are like, we're ending our subscription in 3 to 6 months, pending an evaluation. That's how I do my Christmas shopping. I'll be okay with your stance on the NRA. I think we need to be more resolute. I really do. There's a lot of hatred going around. In person, online, it's everywhere. Like I got lunch with some family friends of mine, and it came up in conversation that my girlfriend is Jewish. Normally, I wasn't like, you're not going to believe this. It was normal. It's a normal situation. And somebody who I've known for my entire life shot their head up and said, oh, Jewish. Good with their finances. What do you do there? I don't know how to fight that. I can't slam my hand down on the table and be like, excuse me, some Jews are very stupid with their finances. Not all of them are fiscally responsible. The more you know. No, I sat at the table and I was like, ooh, I hope this moment passes. This is a nightmare for me. No. She thinks that I worry too much. I don't think that I worry enough. I get a lot of that worrying from my mom. My mom was born and raised in Italy. I am her only child. And I don't look Italian American. I sort of look like I grew up in Billy Elliot's hometown. And that joke hits a little different when I'm not wearing a golden jacket. She gets so worried about that. Like my mom once called me when I was in college in a full-blown panic. I picked up the phone and my mom said, Nick, have you heard the news? And I said, no, what's going on? I was very scared. And my mom said, it's beat up a ginger day on Facebook. They've already beaten one up. You stay inside. And then she hung up the phone. I don't know if you guys have ever heard anybody with a heavy accent scream the words stay inside and then hang up their telephone. It's a very chilling experience. My mom's very smart too. My mom is a professor. And she is so worried about my well-being that she briefly entertained the notion that an anti-ginger militia was hunting her only child throughout the streets of Ann Arbor, Michigan. So, I trust her too. I trust every word she has to say. I've realized this. I have an implicit trust in moms with accents. They are our most trusted type of person. I sincerely believe this. They have like a mystical aura. Does anybody here have a foreign mom? Yeah, right? Whenever they say something, I'm like, what? What did you just say? Like my mom one time, I was in my room, I was sitting on my bed, I was wearing a hat. My mom walked into my room, she made direct eye contact with me, and she said, never wear a hat on a bed. And I said, what? And she said, never wear a hat on a bed. I said, who told you that? And she said, Nonna. And then she walked away. I'm 27 years old. I've never worn a hat on a bed. I have no idea why. I saw my girlfriend doing that, and I was like, you take that hat off. I don't know what Italian witch is going to visit us at night. We broke these rules. You don't get that with American moms. You just don't. Like if somebody introduced me to their American mom and they were like, this is my mom. Her name's Kathy. She's got a weird superstition about wearing red shoes on a Sunday. I'd be like, shut up, Kathy. But if my mom was like, never wear red shoes on a Sunday, I wouldn't wear red shoes, period. And from one mom to another, I respect her game, 100%. That's some power. I have a long way to go if I'm going to be a good mom to my girlfriend. My name is Skardarasy. Thank you so much.
Applaud louder for Nick. Come on. Yeah.
Came all the way up to Chatsworth. You gotta award that. All right. Our next comedian is one of our favorite online comics. She normally calls in from Nashville, Tennessee. You can catch her at Hey, You Should Be a Comedian. And Nashville is Comedy Country, a showcase on April 7th in Nashville. That makes sense. But tonight, she's calling in from Lansing, Michigan, guys. Please give it up for Mikah Wyman!
Hey, how are you guys doing? I'm in from Lansing, Michigan. I have not left the house in 24 hours, and I'm eating lots of casserole. It's great. Thank you. We're talking about arming teachers again, guys. Ooh, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't know if you guys have been following education in the news, but we can't even keep these teachers from having sex with these kids 100% of the time. And I love children, but I would say the majority of kids are a lot more annoying than they are sexy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I don't know if you guys heard. I don't know if you have the news. But in Nashville, our mayor, Megan Barry, she got in trouble for having an extramarital affair. Ugh, I know, it's awful. You know the worst thing about it? She could have been hooking up with a much better looking guy. I don't know if you guys have seen our very impressive lady mayor, Megan Barry, but she is thick. That's considered a good thing in Michigan or in Tennessee. I don't know what it's like just like a Kardashian. You guys are from LA. You get it. But it's like, Megan, baby girl, a middle-aged bald guy? You had one of those at home. And I don't know how it is with you guys where you are, but out here in most neighborhoods, you could unscrew one of your brake lights and find a better looking cop in about 45 minutes. So I've been doing stand-up comedy for a while, and I've learned a lot. Stand-up comedy is a lot like basketball. A lot of the people who are really good at it are black. Is that messed up to say? I'll stop saying that if that's not okay to say or if it's racist. I'm liberal, so it's really important to me that I not appear to be racist. But speaking of racism, my mom lives in this neighborhood in Nashville, and it's a very international neighborhood. And I went to the Walmart in this very international neighborhood, and the woman at the checkout counter, I would guess she was from the Middle East, maybe Kurdish. So I walk up with my purchases, and she says to me, "Hola." And I realize she thinks I'm Latina. So I just said, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" And you know what? I think that's what America is all about. Two women pretending to speak Spanish just to be polite. And you guys, that's all I got tonight. I really appreciate you all having me on. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Micah so she can hear you all the way in Michigan! Thanks to her for coming back. All right, guys. Your next comedian, he has been featured on Dope Fades, on Headcase, and at Flappers Comedy. He is also an award winner this evening for Best Attendance on the Show.
He showed up, everybody. Give it up for Craig Knepley.
So I'm not Craig. I'm just here on his behalf to get the perfect attendance award. I'll give it. He couldn't be here. I'll give it to him. It's an attendance joke if you guys like those. So why is it that when someone in a movie has a dream, there's all this symbolism and thematic relevance to the plot, right? But then when I have a dream in real life, I just have sex with a lizard and it turns into my mom. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Like, what's the message from the other side there? I hope to God there's no foreshadowing of any kind. Does anyone else feel like the Google autocorrect is passive-aggressive? Yeah, thank you. Because the other night, I accidentally typed the word snot instead of the word not, and Google was like, did you mean to type, how do I not feel sad all the time? And it gets worse. Like a few days before that, okay, like you know how it'll finish your sentences for you in the search bar? So I'm searching for how to improve MacBook performance. And I type how to improve, and it just goes, generally? Think about it. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I was complaining about my boss, as you do. And I must have been going on for a while, because at a certain point he just stopped me and he was like, hey man, your boss is just a guy living his life, which is true. But also, every guy is a guy living his life. Osama bin Laden was a guy living his life. And now he's deading his death? I don't really know how that works. But my point stands, whatever it was. Okay, we'll move on from the 2 years too late 9/11 material. So I'm an atheist, okay, and I'm not going to be a dick about it tonight. I'm not going to try and like convince you or anything. But I feel like it's kind of, important for me to just share what religion seems like to someone like me. So just imagine that, same world that we're in, same you. The only difference is you've never heard of Jesus, God, miracles, or the Bible, right? Jesus is like someone coming up to you on the street one day and going, hey, I have a friend I'd really like you to meet. And you're like, yeah, okay, yeah. What do they like to do? Tell me about him. Yeah, a few facts. Name's Jesus, carpenter, died, came back to life. Young, beard. You're like, wait, what was that one? Carpenter? No, after that one, died and came back to life. Yeah, look, do you mean he almost died and then didn't? I can understand that. Or maybe there was like a heart palpitation or something. But you would know, right, that that didn't happen. And God's even worse. God's like, same world, same everything. Someone comes up to you on the street, and they're like, I have a friend I'd really like you to meet. And you go, what's his name? They go, God. And you're like, oh, it's a little odd, but I guess it's like Dan or something. It's kind of short. And they go, yeah, I'd love to meet him. Where is he? And they go, that's the thing about my friend is he's everywhere. Immediately you're like, oh, okay, all right. Do you need help getting home? Is there someone I should call? And look, and miracles, I'm not going to do the same example with miracles, but I'll just ask you this question. How different do you think human history would be if back when the disciples were telling everyone about Jesus' miracles, there was just one guy who was like, do you mean magic tricks? And they were like, no, it was real magic. It was miracles. And he was like, yeah, do you think maybe you just didn't know how the tricks worked? Fishers of men, my ass. Okay, sorry, religious people. I'll end with this. So I was raised in a religious home growing up, and as I said, I'm an atheist. And I remember that change in my life really well, right? Because it happened for me for one reason. I was sitting in church one day, and it finally just hits me that the music fucking sucked. I was like, all right, well, I'm out of here. This is bullshit.
You guys don't even know there's minor chords, so goodbye. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Keep smacking your hands together and making noise. We're Knepley.
All right, guys, your next comedian. He is also the co-host of Arts and Crafts, whatever. He's been at Hell Yes Fest, you heard this already, and their new show's live on the 21st from Clubhouse, and he's in Gilda's Laugh Fest, whatever. Please give it up for Jon Zucker, everybody.
Great. How you guys doing? Which camera right now is on? That one? What's up? One guy jacking off to this right now. It's an interesting choice. Use that. Use that. You guys seem fun. How are you doing? You guys, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Let's do the material. You guys, in my bar mitzvah, my mom and I waltzed to I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. Yeah. So, yeah, I fuck pretty good. Let's lower the bar. Let's have fun. Let's have a good time. You guys, I don't think you should meet your heroes, but I also don't think you should watch them attempt to do hip-hop. Last year, I went to a Macklemore concert, and it broke my little heart. It was really fun until this one moment. He finished this song. It's called Let's Eat. It goes, you know I feel good about this steak. You know I feel good about this cake. You know I feel good about this crepe. You know, hip-hop. So he does this song, and then he goes, yo, who wants some cookies? And like 2,000 12-year-old girls are like, I want some cookies. And I was like, I gotta go now. He takes out 12 cookies for 2,000 people. Starts throwing them in the audience. They're like, oh my God, I need these cookies. Then he goes, yo, I have no more cookies. Psych, I have one more cookie. And I was like, I thought you had no more cookies. Then he pointed to a woman who was 100 yards away and says, I think this cookie needs to go to that lady. And everyone was like, what? Because that was a football field away, and that's way too far for a cookie to travel. So he's like, who thinks I can do it? And we were all like, I guess. It was like when a 4-year-old asked you to watch them do a somersault. Like, you know it's going to happen, but fuck it. It's been a bad day. Let's see some carnage. So it's silence. He takes a step back. He throws. It crumbles instantly. For it was a cookie. Again, silence. And then he did this thing where we gave this guy way too much money. He took a step back and just went, let's pretend like I did it. And then just went into a thrift shop like we didn't spend 5 minutes watching a grown man not throw a cookie. What really kills me is afterwards, I looked up his concert tour dates. He tried to throw a cookie at every single show and was successful no times. I'm finally at an age in my life where I have friends who are starting to have babies on purpose. And it's good, it's cool. I'm 26, that makes sense. The only thing is, I have a friend who just had a baby, which is fine, but his Facebook profile picture was a truck, and then it was an ultrasound. And I'm not comfortable with that progression. If your Facebook profile picture is a truck and your cover photo is a different angle of the same truck, you're not ready to be a father. You don't know who you are. You think you're a truck. You think you're a complicated truck that needs to be seen twice before really getting the full picture. Thank you guys for the applause for that joke. Oh, stop. Did you like that? All right. You guys, I don't want to stunt on y'all, but I love my mom very much. And my mom's an incredible lady. My mom has traveled the world. She swam with sharks. She is certified legally to cut the cork off a champagne bottle with a sword. That's true. It is. That's why I think it's incredible that she never has anything interesting to say. It's okay, it's true. My mom can't tell a story to save her life, but she knows it, so she does this really cute thing where at the end, she'll sneak in a moral or a lesson to try to trick you into thinking she didn't just waste 20 minutes of your life. Like the other day, I called her up, and I was like, Mom, how are you? And she was like, good. This morning, I woke up, and I was really in the mood for blueberries. So I was like, you know what, Cindy? I'm going to get some blueberries. So I got in the car. I drove to ShopRite. When I got to ShopRite, I realized blueberries are out of season. They're going to be very expensive. But I was like, you know what, Cindy? I'm going to go inside and just check the prices. So I went inside. I looked at blueberries. They were $5.99. Can you believe that? But then this nice young employee, his name was Jim. Actually, it might have been Tim. Hold on a second. Corey, what was the name of the young man at Shop? Your father has no idea. Anyway, so he says they're only $3.99 with your ShopRite card, and I was like, that's in my price range, and we had a laugh at that. And then I went and I bought the blueberries, and then I went outside and it was raining, but it was okay because I had my umbrella, and that's why you always carry an umbrella. Thank you guys so much. I've been Jon Zucker. Have a great night.
Go see that man live at the Clubhouse, everybody! We will now go to our final virtual comedian of the evening. It is his second time on Dope Fades. He's calling in live from Tupelo, Mississippi. And he's also an award winner this evening for Best Newest Comedian. Give it up for Zach Bragg, everybody!
Hey, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for the award. Sorry I'm not there to accept it in person. Any one of you may accept on my behalf. I was glad to be here. It's a little weird dressing up for a comedy show. I'm not used to that. I've got my suit and tie on, which is a bit of a leap for someone who typically dresses like they sell grilled cheeses at a Fish concert. I am a clean comic. I don't typically work blue. Let's see. What else about me? Oh yeah, I love movies. A big movie buff. Anything with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I miss the good old days. I miss the good old days. And by good old days, I mean the days when Will Smith used to make rap songs for his movies. Am I alone in that? Like it seems like going towards the end of the 90s, things were going great with Will Smith movies. We had Men in Black, Wild Wild West, and he was writing songs for these movies, and they were great. And I just knew that going into the millennium, we were about to get jiggy. But then he became a serious actor, and which is great and all. But I wish that he still wrote songs for his movies, like I don't know, Ali, for example. That would have been good when he got an Oscar nomination for it. That'd be cool if he had a song written for it. It'd be like, they tried to send me to war, but I got the last laugh. Changed my name to Ali, and I dodged the draft. Fly like a butterfly. Or Concussion. That's a new one. I don't know if you guys seen that. It's about like the NFL and head injuries and all that. That would have been a cool song he could have written. Football is dangerous, and I've got the proof. So Roger Goodell, you need to tell the truth. I'm trying to lose some weight. I started to get fat a while back ago, and I made it. I'm here. Mission accomplished. Like this. Like I don't know if you can see all that. Like my body is just dying to get out of this suit right now. I've got host versus necktie going on. But there's a difference in like getting fat and then knowing you're fat. Like getting fat, you know your clothes are starting to fit a little tighter than normal. But you know you're fat when the back of your shower stops getting wet. And that's where I'm at right now. That's what's going on with me. But it's my own fault. I love food. Like I didn't realize food was a problem until the other day when I drove by a Taco Bell and I smiled at it. Just involuntarily just smiled at the Taco Bell. It was weird too. It's like it wasn't, and when I say smile, it was like the shy, boyish smile of someone watching their prom date come down the stairs. That's how I felt about that Taco Bell. I am trying to make better healthy decisions though, health conscious decisions. I tried to eat a kiwi, try to cut up a kiwi for a snack the other day, but I didn't like it. It was just too hard to get past all the blood and feathers and tiny sharp little bones. It wasn't very good. I just found out that my mattress is not one of those where you could pour a glass of wine and put it on the mattress and then jump on the bed and the glass of wine won't fall over and spill all over the mattress like the ones you see on TV, you know? Yeah, it turns out it's just a plain old waterbed. So, got that going on. I am what you might call the Harry Potter friend in my group of friends. You guys know what I mean by that? Yeah, like anytime me and my friends are out together and someone outside of our friend group mentions anything Harry Potter related, they all kind of cut their eyes at me and smirk because they all know that both of my parents were murdered. So, I heard the other day on the radio the song Wannabe by the Spice Girls. And the DJ after went off said that song turned 21 years old. Which is hard to believe, but it's cool that, you know, it's 21 years old, but the message of the Spice Girls and the message of that song Wannabe, that message of girl power, is still relevant today. You know, feminism means equality across the board. Women deserve as much zigga-zagga as men do. My brother just got married to his longtime girlfriend. He's very proud of that. He calls her his trophy wife. But he's a millennial, so I call her his participation trophy wife. My kids are just now getting into Disney movies, which is cool for me. I loved Disney growing up, and I showed my son my favorite Disney cartoon, The Lion King, and he really liked it, but he was confused by it. He said, "Dad, they keep talking about the circle of life. What does that mean, the circle of life? I don't understand that." So he's 6. I explained it to him the best way I could. I said, well, you see, the life expectancy of a male lion in the wild is 15 to 18 years. The Lion King came out 24 years ago, so Simba's dead. And Pumbaa and Timon probably ate the worms that ate his carcass. The circle of life. Thank you, Dope Fades. Thank you, Dopies. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, everybody, for having me. Have a good night.
Let them hear it in Mississippi! Thanks to Zach. All right, we've got a couple more awards, a couple more comics, and we're out of here. The next award is for Best Supportive Laughter. This is for an audience member that's always been there for a cheerful guffaw. Please honor Mr. Chase Badgett, everybody. Get up here. Get up here. Get up here. Why are you shaking his hand? That's what they do. Oh my God, I'm speechless. I mean, I can say a lot. I just didn't bring a speech. Thank you. I guess just want to say thank you to all the comedians that had good jokes. I mean, I couldn't have laughed without that. Okay, yeah, I really have nothing else to say. Thank you so much. Thank you. This has been amazing. I can't believe I won. I love you. Also, can we just give a round of applause to Christian's outfit? It's amazing. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys. Chase, everybody. I've been told that we actually do have one more virtual comedian, so please direct your attentions to the projector.
It's all gonna be just fine, son of a bitch! See what you got me into, you sons of bitches, okay? See, this is the final straw. This is it. I killed the cop now. You guys happy? You fucking happy? Jesus Christ, Bill, we're gonna need more garbage bags.
All right. Well, back to Ralph's.
Get that shit on my...
Vaughn, everybody, Vaughn. The final award of the evening, I've been told, is for Best Host, you guys. And the winner is Tyler Eaton for guest hosting the show. Get off my stage. Can't believe they did that. All right, guys. It's time for your final comedian of the evening. You can watch him right now on Corporate as Richard. He's also known for being on collegehumor.com, on The Pete Holmes Show, and appearing on Conan. Please give it up for your headliner, Matt McCarthy, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Very happy to be here. My name is Matt McCarthy. I am married. Back off, whores! Oh, just back off with the whores! Oh, God! I'm to here with the whores! Oh, I wish I could put my wedding band on my middle finger so you whores would get the message. Seats taken! Nah! I am married. We have a baby. I have a little 2-year-old son at home. Thank you. It's strange. I've learned a lot. I even just learned a lot during the pregnancy. This is interesting. Pregnancy makes women horny. Did you know that? That's true. That's scientifically true. My wife would say to me things like, Matt, the baby's kicking. Come feel it. No lower. Grow up. You're somebody's mom. Grow up. That's how we got in this mess. What are you doing? Put it away. Mom. Yeah, he's 2. He just turned 2 in November. Our birthdays, we almost had the same birthday. Our birthdays are 3 days apart. His original due date was going to be on my actual birthday. So that's really exciting to know I had sex on the same day as my parents, and I carry that with me. What a fun fact to know. Oh, math. It'll reveal a lot. There's something in the air and the stars late in February that makes McCarthy men do it. Let my son be born in November. So I'm in charge of a person. I got to tell this kid what to do, tell him what not to do. I got to tell him not to do drugs. That's awkward. Because of all the drugs that I've done. And I'm talking about drugs, too. Drug is not just smoking weed. Smoking weed, that's just putting keys in the car. I'm talking drug is with a Z. Drugs. I always enjoyed mushrooms. That was always one of my absolute favorite drugs to do. I think my advice to my son would be, don't do them alone. More of a group activity. Why don't you share the experience with your peers? Man, every time I go to do mushrooms alone, I put the bucket down the well, and I'm like, oh no, the well's dry again. Maybe I'm not going to freak out this time. And I pull up the bucket, and it's a snake, and it's trying to eat me. I've done mushrooms by myself too many times. Did you know that once is too many times? Slow learner. There was one time I took mushrooms. I stood in my bedroom with all the lights off, and for 45 minutes I stared at the floor, and all I could think about was how disappointed my parents would be if they could see what I was doing. That's a waste of $60. I don't care what you do for a living. Be reasonable. That wasn't even the worst time I had doing mushrooms. The worst time I had doing mushrooms, I was at the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival in the middle of a field in Tennessee, 101-degree weather. I took the mushrooms. As soon as they kicked in, my brain said, hey, you're on mushrooms. And then my body said, you have to poop so bad. So I get in line for the porta potties. It's 101 degrees outside of the porta potties. Inside, oh, we're pushing $1.09, $1.10 easily. So I get inside, miserable, pouring sweat, 15 minutes. I could still read my watch. 15 minutes into trying to remember how to wipe my bum. Out loud, I shouted, "Why is this going so badly?" I had completely forgotten I was on drugs. And as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, "Oh, that's right, you're on mushrooms. That's what's happening. You don't live in this tiny, hot, smelly room. You can leave anytime you want. You just have to remember how to wipe your bum." And suddenly I remembered how to do it. So if you have a problem, say it out loud. The universe will help you. These are just parenting tips. These are free. You can just incorporate them into your own childhood's rearing. Yeah, so I'm working on being a good dad. I'm really trying to be a good husband. I've really come to terms with just how selfish I am. Just outrageously selfish, you know? And I'm trying to let go of all of that. Here's a great example. I'm sitting in my apartment. My wife comes in with the baby and she says, "Matt, we're going to go to Target. Do you want to go to Target with us?" And I said, "Yes, I would love to go to Target with my family. I'm going to be an amazing dad. I'm going to be an amazing husband. Let's all go to Target together." So she's like, "Great, I'll go out to the car. I'll put the baby in the car seat. You meet us outside." I'm like, "Awesome. Let me throw on some shoes. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll meet you guys outside." They go outside. I go in the bathroom, and I decide, well, this is the perfect time to masturbate. So I take out my internet telephone, and I start watching a pornographic video. Have you guys seen the internet? Somebody's got to do something about these pornographic videos. They're everywhere. We should write a letter. So I watch a pornographic video, and there's no sound on it, but do you really need sound? Am I lost in the plot? Who are these people? Next. No. So I enjoy the pornographic video. I put the phone away. I get out of the bathroom. I start putting my coat on, and I get a text from my wife. And she says, "So you're Bluetooth connected to the car?" So we're going to go to Target without you. And guys, I'm on her side. So now when I decide to masturbate, I turn off the Bluetooth on my phone. That's the first thing I do. And the second thing I do is I make sure my family isn't waiting in the car outside. You see how when you start considering other people, the world opens up. So there you go. I've been busy. I've been being a dad. I've been being a husband. I've been being an amazing comedian. I had jury duty. That was a lot of fun. I didn't even have jury duty. I just went down to the courthouse and sat there all day and didn't get picked. None of us got picked. It was like the perfect scenario for jury duty, which meant that I got to hear everyone's lame excuse to hear if they were exempt from jury duty. The woman running the session, she'd heard it all before. So highlights include, but are not limited to, the guy directly behind me, immediately right behind me. He goes, "Yeah, I'm on trial right now for domestic violence. Do I gotta be here?" You ever want to turn around so badly but don't? Just like... So I didn't get a good look at him, girls. He's still out there. Watch out. Woman running the session, she'd heard it all before. She goes, "No, only if you've been convicted of a felony. Only if you've been convicted of a felony." I'm not kidding. A guy on the other side of the room, his hand shoots up and he goes, "What if you have a felony pending?" So, learning a lot about each other today. My favorite was a woman in the middle of the room. She goes, "Yeah, what if you can't understand English good?" Like, ooh, ace in the hole, right? Woman run the session, she'd heard it all before. She goes, "Are you a citizen?" "Yes." "Then you took an English exam to become a citizen, you understand it fine." The 56-year-old Mexican woman sitting next to me turns to me and goes, So we're best friends. We poke each other on Facebook. That's my Facebook right there. I realized I forgot to tell you about the best time I had on mushrooms. See, this goes to show, don't do a ton of mushrooms. You forget to, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because there's good times and bad times. Here was the best time I had on mushrooms. Me and 2 friends went camping. Me and my friend Steve did mushrooms. And our friend John was like, oh, mushrooms, those are stupid. I'm gonna pass out. So he drinks a bottle of whiskey and he passes out in front of a raging fire. Did I mention the raging fire? There was a raging fire. And now the 2 dinkuses on mushrooms are the responsible ones. So, as soon as the mushrooms kicked in, my buddy Steve, he grabbed me by both shoulders and he goes, I think we need to separate. And then he ran into the darkness. So there I am, alone, in the woods, in the dark, tripping on mushrooms, in front of a raging fire, and a dead body. That's a dead body. That used to be my friend John, and now it's a dead body. It's evidence. I have to get rid of the evidence. They're going to pin it on me. I better push the evidence into the fire. And then I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. I think this is one of those bad ideas. So I try to calm down. I look up to the skies, hopefully to see UFOs. I'm not kidding. I see the dead comedian Bill Hicks form in the clouds above me and soar over my head. And then my buddy Steve comes running back from the darkness. He goes, McCarthy, I just had a conversation with the color orange. So we both met our heroes. Good times on drugs. It should have been with the other mushroom stories, but it was still killer shit, man. I'm still killing. I love watching TV. Been watching a lot of TV. I love commercials on TV. My favorite commercial is the lawyer commercial, where the guy keeps saying mesothelioma over and over again. That's just a hoot. Honest to God, every time that commercial comes on, I genuinely expect the guy to say, mesothelioma horny. Mesothelioma horny, baby. That's would lighten the mood, I think. We're trying to save some lives. My favorite show on TV is pro wrestling. Anybody here like pro wrestling? That's the icy cold response I've come to expect asking that question. I love it. I absolutely love it. Some people don't understand why I love it so much. Somebody said to me, Matt, why don't you explain to me why you love pro wrestling so much? And I said, oh, should I explain sunsets to you while I'm at it? Shall I explain the concept of justice to you? They're like, Matt, you like pro wrestling. Do you like MMA? I'm like, no, I don't like MMA. Why would I want to watch them actually hurt each other? What am I, an asshole? And then I got to deal with guys like Joe Rogan being like, oh, MMA's way better than pro wrestling. Why would I watch a fake fight when I can watch a real one? I don't know, Joe. Why would I watch news radio when I can listen to news on the fucking radio? Explain that one to me, Brogan. With your ayahuasca. So I've come up with some retorts and responses for my fellow pro wrestling fans when people put them down. A lot of people put me down for watching pro wrestling. And so I want you to be able to take these and incorporate them into your own lives. Maybe you're a wrestling fan, maybe you know a wrestling fan, maybe you'll become a wrestling fan someday and you'll understand what I'm saying. The most common things I get as a wrestling fan are, oh, it's fake, it's gay, it was better when I was 12. I'll address those one at a time. But I mean, if you could just shut it down quickly, just shut it down quickly. You're fake, you're gay, you were better when you were 12. Yeah. It'll be correct in every instance. But, pro wrestling is fake. Oh, you're the guy that figured it out? I read about you in history class. Wow. Nancy Drew solves another one. Look at you. You figured it out. Pro wrestling isn't a legitimate sport. Good God Almighty. What's your favorite TV show? What's your favorite TV show? Oh, it's fake. Everything. It's all fake. Everybody excited about Game of Thrones coming back in 8 years? It's fake. What are you talking about? Oh, dragons. Get the... Everything on TV is fake. Every movie is fake. Especially documentaries are fake. Every play you've ever seen is fake. Every play you ever read is fake. Every play that Shakespeare ever wrote is fake. Shakespeare is fake. Columbus discovering America, making friends with the Indians. Your whole world is bullshit. So might I suggest WrestleMania? That's what I think. Oh, pro wrestling, that's gay. Oh, homophobia, that's a hate crime. Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. Somebody actually said to me once, they were like, oh, pro wrestling, that's like the gayest thing ever. I'm like, clearly you've never seen two penises touching, because for my money, if we're going pure gayness, I think it would be two penises touching. And end to end, like the penises are kissing with their little penis lips, just like, oh, that's just gay as it gets. And slowly, like spaceships about to crash into each other, just two erect penises in spaces. Oh, that's, leave Hulk Hogan out of it. That's got to be the winner. But my absolute favorite is, pro wrestling. It was better when I was 12. Again, dude, you were better when you were 12, okay? And try to find that lonely little 12-year-old inside of you, the sad inner child, the one sitting in the corner crying, saying, why won't you let me watch wrestling anymore? It's better now than ever, but I'm missing it because you're so worried about what other people think about you. Hey, guys, do you want to know what other people think about you? Nothing. Nothing. Do you want to know why? Because they're too worried, wondering what you're thinking about them. You see? It's a sickness we all have. There's no time to judge other people. We're all too terrified. So my idea is be who you are, like what you like, and never worry. That is what pro wrestling means to me. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. I'm Matt McCarthy. The Dopies! Dopey!
Keep it going for your headliner. Don't stop.
Yes. All right, guys, that's it for the Dopies. Thank you so much for coming out. If you're a comedian and you want to get on the show, just hit us up at dopefades@gmail.com. And if you want to see more, we'll be back live in a few weeks. Please follow us. I'd like once again to thank our sponsors for the evening. Give it up for Behringer, guys. And Music Tribe Studios LA. Midas. Thank you so much to Behringer. And thank you to our audience. Guys, give yourselves an applause for driving all the way to Chatsworth. And keep it going for tonight's comedians. Our thanks to Frank and Brittany for operating cameras this evening. And I'm happy to announce we have a new producer on the show. Give it up for Emily Ziegler. We're also produced by Andrew McWarner and Dave Barton. I'm your host, Christian Wolf. This has been Dope Fades. Good night. Thank you.